New Lands, by Charles Hoyfort, Part 1, Chapter 10c. We have dealt with Newcomb's account, but other conventionalists say that Kepler worked out his third law by triangulation upon Venus and Mercury, when at greatest elongation, finding that the relation between Mercury and Venus is the same as the relation between Venus and this Earth. If, according to conventionalists, there was no proof that this Earth moves in Kepler's time, Kepler started by assuming that this Earth moves between Venus and Mars. He assumed that the distance of Venus from the Sun, at greatest elongation, represents mean distance. He assumed that observations upon Mercury indicated Mercury's orbit, an orbit that to this day defies analysis. However, for the sake of seeming to have opposition, we shall try to think that Kepler's data did give him material for the formulation of his law. His data were chiefly the observations of Tycho Brahe. But, by the very same data, Tycho had demonstrated that this Earth does not move between Venus and Mars, that this Earth is stationary. That stoutest of conventionalists, but at the same time seeming colleague of ours, Richard Proctor, says that Tycho Brahe's system was consistent with all data. I have never heard of an astronomer who denies this. Then the heart of modern astronomy is not Keplerism, but is one diversion of data that beat for such a monstrosity as something like Siamese twins, serving both Keplerism and the Tychonic system. I fear that some of our attempts to find opposition are not very successful. So far, this medieval doctrine, restricting to times and distances, though for all I know the planets sink proportionately as well as move proportionately, has data to interpret or to misinterpret. But, when it comes to extending Kepler's third law to the exterior planets, I have never read of any means that Kepler had of determining their proportional distances. He simply said that Mars and Jupiter and Saturn were at distances that proportionalized with their times. He argued, reasonably enough, perhaps, that the slower moving planets are the remoter, but that has nothing to do with proportional remoteness. This is the pseudo-heart of phantom astronomy. To it Sir Isaac Newton gave the seeming of coherence.